How many times have you held back because you felt things were not perfect enough? Or maybe you felt you weren't ready? Perfection versus excellence. That's what we're talking about today. Hi there, my name is Sophie Sitole, your life coach, business coach, motivational speaker, and your mentor for the youth and young adults. I'll help you brighten up the light that already exists in you. Today we're talking about perfectionism and excellence. Yes, in most cases, that's the one thing that we always struggle about. Like, I'm sure you can relate. You know that one project that you've always been keeping and not wanting to let it go because you feel it's not perfect enough. You know those nights that you've spent trying to work on that project because you want it to be so perfect. Yes, that's what we're talking about today. In most cases, we find ourselves not wanting to go ahead with things that we have been doing because we feel like they're not perfect enough. We feel like they're not good enough. Like you feel like you just want to work on it a little bit more. For me, I just want to say, let's not do that instead, because perfectionism is something that is actually unachievable. Because it's like that carrot that's hanging there, dangling, and you trying to reach out for it, but you can't. So actually, perfectionism is something that doesn't exist. So with that said, I just want to say to you today, let's rather focus on something else, which is just excellence. Yeah? Yes, before we proceed, I'll just like you to go on the comment field and tell me, do you find yourself struggling with being perfect? Do you struggle that most of the time you find yourself overthinking things because you feel they're not perfect enough? Please tell me your story on the comment field. People have conditioned us to believe that we need to be perfect in order to be happy. We need to be perfect in order to be successful. For us to go ahead in life, we need to be perfect in everything that we're doing. But I've realized that that is the one thing that's actually keeping us back, because the more you want something to be perfect, the more you overthink it, and the more you feel like it's not perfect enough because you're overthinking it a lot. So how about we rather focus on being excellent, because that is the thing. If you think about it, that's something that actually doesn't happen overnight, but with time you become excellent at something that you're doing. So the name of the game is keep doing it until you are actually excellent at it, rather than wanting to be perfect with it. So the more you work on a project and actually going on with it, for every step that you'll be taking on that project, just know that you're actually reaching for excellence rather than perfectionism, because that's something that actually I feel doesn't exist. So the more you do, the more you become excellent at something. The more you do, the more you be actually gonna be perfecting the skill and actually getting to the end goal that you're wanting to reach. Let's get one thing straight. Excellence is about learning. Excellence is about going through the journey. You know those projects that become so messy, but we still go on with them. You know, every time when you like doing a project, it's not so perfect, but you feel it's excellent because you've done it. Yes, that's what excellence is about. So the more you do, the more you move forward. The more you move forward, the more you actually gonna be excellent at what you are doing. And what matters is each step that you're taking forward. Remember, it's not about being at the destination, but actually enjoying the journey every time as you grow, that's how you reach your excellence. Enjoy the journey, enjoy every step, enjoy all the mistakes that come along with the journey, because that's where you're gonna become excellent at what you're doing. So rather than wanting to be perfect and wanting to overthink things, rather let's focus on being excellent at what we do, because that grows with time, that grows with doing. Remember the saying that goes that quality comes with quantity. So the more you do, the more you're gonna be excellent at it. I also remember myself when I started shooting videos, I felt like they were not perfect enough. I felt like there's a mistake with every video that we were shooting. So until I decided that, you know what, this will just have to do. The powerful line that I'm telling you now, it's the one that's been keeping me going, that quality will come with quantity. So the more we shoot, I feel like the more that we're gonna be excellent at it at some point. Okay, so the next time when you find yourself obsessing about perfection, just take a step back and think that you don't have to be perfect, but with every step that you're taking, that's growth, that's moving forward, and that's where you're gonna become excellent at what you're doing. So that's the most important thing. Remind yourself to celebrate every step going forward, because that's the most important thing. Being excellent is the thing. Let's rather not think about being perfect, because that's the one thing that's always holding us back. Remind yourself every time you are good enough as you are. You are excellent enough as you are, rather than focusing on perfection that's actually going to be holding you back. With that said, please remember to like, subscribe, and share our videos. And remember, you can shine brighter and out.